All right. Well, okay. So you're
All
saying
right.
on this
And
second
and
channel.
you are currently live on the YouTube channel, from what I can see. Let's see. I don't know why the picture's not there though. That's kind of weird. Connecting stream software. Go live. Viewers will be able to see your stream go live. Interesting.
All right, guys. Next week this is gonna be a lot cleaner. Sorry, viewers.
Um, Zach, I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but everything's black on the screen, which is kind of weird.
Let me just double check.
All right. Oh, never mind. Jerrick's on. Everything's working. We're good.
It might
We're
just be
live.
on like a little bit of a delay or something like that. But
Yeah,
we should
you're
be
cool. Okay, guys, I'm gonna hop. I gotta go do the rest of bedtime here.
Okay.
Okay.
You're good. And then
You're good,
for the
Derek?
chat,
We're all good.
yeah. How do I just interact with this chat, or at least see where they're chatting?
You check it on
floats.
Okay. Yeah, I just have I have it open here on my second window, so it should be good. Cool. Thank you, guys.
Yep, no worries.
All right, I'll be live,
All right.
y'all, for a couple hours here.
Have a good one. Good stream.
Cool. Thank you. I'm gonna share it to socials real quick too.
Sounds good.
All right,
Take
later.
it easy. Bye.
All right, so for everyone that was waiting for me to get online sooner, I apologize. I was having technical difficulties with this, but looks like now everything's fine. At least I hope it's fine. If it's not, let me know so I can make the adjustments that are necessary here. Again, sorry. I know we were scheduled to go live here on the Shovel Squad YouTube channel about half hour ago, but for some reason I was using OBS Streamlabs and it just wasn't cooperating with the stream key from this YouTube channel, so we had to reset the whole thing. So thanks Zach and PJ for the help. Now we're up and running. So for those of you that were waiting, and again, sorry I am a little bit late. Next week, now that everything's down packed and good to go, I don't think we're going to have this issue anymore. But today, we're going to go over some Charizard EX together and gameplay. So we'll see how that pans out here. Let's see what happens. Ooh, you guys can hear and see me. Yay, sweet, awesome. Okay, so real quick, I'm just sharing stuff to socials, but I'm going to bring up my list here. That way you guys can see it. We can kind of look at it real quick, see if there's anything we're going to change before we hop into some games. I still think Charizard's really strong. I still think it's the best deck in format. I know with the past couple events, Goldango, shout out Goldango, I know won the special event Puerto Rico. And then I know Azul just won Stockholm with Blocklax. Shout out Blocklax, I love Blocklax too. But even with those decks winning, I still think, without a doubt, Charizard's still the best deck in the format. It does have a massive target on its back right now, so that's why decks are kind of building themselves to kind of counter it. And Charizard kind of has to work around those things, but there are things that Charizard can do to kind of help play around some of that stuff. So I know before it was really popular for like the double Turo, Team Yell's Cheer, and like Zard, or even Palpad in one Turo. Snorlax counteracted that by putting in Sandshrew. Again, that's all fine and dandy. There are ways to play around it. For example, Boss KO the Sandshrew. Most of those Blocklax lists only play one Super Rod and a Silene. That's their only recovery. But Sandshrew just has to stay out of play for one turn, and then we can recycle and get our Turo back. So little things like that is going to be what we're doing. I'm making a post on Twitter real quick. So sorry, everybody. Or X, I should say. Let's see. I know the late night is going on right now. I'm not playing in the late night event, obviously. I do love the late night event, and I used to play it every single week. Just unfortunately with my work schedule and coaching other things like that now, I don't have the time to play in the late night anymore, but I do love the late night. It's a great tournament, great experience. Antonio, we did play at the Cup in India. I remember that. Thank you for the kind words. You were awesome too, man. So thanks for tapping in. We're going to get some Zard gameplay in today. But I appreciate you remembering me. That's awesome to hear. Makes my day. Give me a second, y'all. Streaming some Charizard EX. So again, I know we were, or not we, I was late to the stream. I know it was supposed to start about a half hour ago. Like I said, I was having technical difficulties. For some reason, OBS, like Streamlabs, didn't cooperate the same way that OBS, like Studio does. So we had to kind of rework everything. And that was the issue with the delay. So I apologize. But thank you guys for tuning in and being here. We're going to get some good games in today. And we will make sure we get everything going here. Gary Phillips. Hello, you want to build Greninja when it gets available? I think could be good. I think Greninja could be good too. I know it's not having the showings that I guess we're kind of expecting it to have over in Japan since they get the cards first. But people might just not have the correct list, or their meta might be a little bit different than ours. But I feel like for 1 energy, swinging for 170, so strong. And you get to search your card for a deck. It's a fighting type, so Miraidon is definitely going to be on the rise with this new format. So hitting Miraidon or Iron Hands or any of those fighting weak attackers, it's going to be really good, especially for 1 energy. And you get to search your deck for a card. I feel like that's broken. And then its second attack, reminiscent of G-Max Rapid Flow, combine it with like Boomerang energy. You can kind of G-Max Rapid Flow on back-to-back turns. You can set up canceling Clone Prime Catcher plays because of the Shinobi Blade that lets you search your deck for a card. It seems really good. I feel like there's definitely a lot of synergy in that deck, and I just think people may not have cracked the exact code yet. So maybe next week, or when it becomes available on live, maybe that's one of the things I'll be streaming about. We'll see. Do I think Goldango would be good with Max Belt, Blood Moon, Ursaluna? I think Blood Moon Ursaluna is actually a really interesting attacker in like all decks in general. So yes, I do like it in Goldango. As far as like Max Belt, I have like mixed feelings about it. I feel like because you can hit numbers already really well. Just unlimited damage cap with the energies you discard. And Prime Catcher is like huge in Goldango, especially with Cypher Maniac now. There's so many plays where you could like Prime Catcher, canceling Clone. And you don't have much Gust in the deck anymore. People are probably playing only one boss, or if any bosses orders at all. So I feel like Prime Catcher is definitely necessary. But Max Belt's really interesting, and I'd 100% try it. So I think that could be something worth looking into for sure. Sorry, like I said, I know I came on late, guys, so I'm just sharing to the socials right now to come live. And then we'll get into some gameplay ASAP. Let's see. Let me just type this out here. Alright, so I have that posted on Twitter, or X, I guess, as it's called now. Alright, so let's, I know, you won't be able to see it because my camera is here behind the Charizard list, unfortunately, so, I can just run through it, at least with you guys, and see if there's anything we think we should change, or if we'll hop in just like this. Not much has changed from this list that I'm playing right now from Indie. So a lot of it's pretty standard. I know, like I said, I know my camera's covering some of it, so maybe that's not the best place to have my camera right now. I forgot there's no way to show a list besides that. But yeah, it's pretty standard Zard. The interesting thing, everything's the same. The only interesting things here are I am playing a double Devo. It's good for the mirror match, good into Chen Pao, and then I'm playing one Eerie. But all the stuff is pretty standard. So for now, why don't we hop into some games, and then let's see how we do. Let's see what's on the ladder. Is there Zard hate? Whoops, I didn't queue up the right deck. My fault. But we'll see how it does, and again, if we're getting extra Zard hate, then maybe we'll tweak the list a little bit if need be. So we will do that. It's kind of taking longer than I expected to find a game. But what I could do, I could move the camera over if need be. That way we could see my list. Maybe I'll do that now. So it's going to look like really awkward for 2 seconds, y'all. My bad. Again. We're going to move maybe to this side. Well, then you can't see my prize card. So maybe we'll go right here. This is probably ideal. Cool. So I was moving around the screen. Thanks for sticking with me, y'all. Cool. Heads. Because at least here you can see my prize cards. Now you can see the deck list when it goes in. You'll be able to see my hand clearly. This is probably just a better spot for my camera overall. Alright. So, let's see what we get here. We're going to lead Bidoof. That's fine. Let's see. Nuke, you would watch a stream if I weren't playing Zard. I know. I am playing Zard today, but we could switch it up. We'll switch it up. Looks like I'm playing Arc Armor Rouge. I love that deck, but we'll switch it up. Antonio Martinez. Blood Moon just broken or just good late game attacker any deck can use? I think it's a little bit of both. Blood Moon Ursaluna is definitely... It's like, obviously, reminiscent Radiant Charizard, so... It's kind of just broken and a good attacker, I think, everywhere into any deck. It's so splashable, attacks are colorless, it's pretty tanky. I think it's going to be good in just about anything. Dakari, would you have played any other deck in Indy, or are you happy with the Zard pick? Well, for those of you that know me well enough, actually, I would have... So up until the night before Indy, that whole week leading to the event, I was playing Dialga pretty heavy, and just Dialga. I was all gung-ho for Dialga. And then the night before, I was testing Zard, and it just felt so good. And at like midnight, I'm like, nah, I'm going to switch over to Zard. So yeah, I would have played Dialga, and I really regret not playing Dialga. It ended up winning the event, obviously. So, big regret from me. I'm doing a quick prize check. I regret not just playing Dialga. I should have just played it. There's no reason like not to. And yeah, I was fine. I started 401. But there was a lot of Zard hate. Zard was not the play for the event. And once I was 401, I started hitting some of that Zard hate. Got donked in a match. So, you know, it is what it is. Unfortunately, I did have to cancel LA. So we'll have to go get him at NAIC. That's what we're going to do. Am I going to LA? Even if I what would I take to the event? Familiar. So I was going to LA until very recently. I did have to cancel because it is my cousin's wedding. So I do have to be there. I won't be in LA anymore. But I will be at NAIC. If I were to be in LA, though, my plays for the event are... interestingly enough, I'm really liking a couple different decks. I'm still really liking Dialga. I am still really liking Goldango, obviously, but I know that's a bias. And I'm liking Guardian and Lost Box also. No particular order there. I just think... I just like Dialga. I think Chen Pao's going to be on there. Dialga's probably my top pick. Sorry, I was checking prizes. Lost train of thought. Dialga, probably my top pick just because with the rise of Chen Pao and the rise of decks that are all here to kind of hate on Zard, I feel like it's a really good time for Dialga to kind of step into the meta like it did into Indie. And I still don't think it'll be super popular yet. So I would have probably taken Dialga to LA. Just like I said, it has good matchups into a lot of the Zard hate decks. So my hand's pretty dead. Yeah, definitely Dialga. But that could change here in a couple weeks, like with testing and stuff. We'd have to see how everything goes. Yes, I know I left myself with a dead hand, but I have a reason. My whole option here is they're probably going to take KO, and then I can't respond with a KO yet, so I'm just going to Cleffa, draw more, and I could Rare Candy Zard. That's the reason for that. Hey, Amanda, the dog. Yeah, he's here in my room sleeping. I would show everyone and pick him up. Maybe I will show him really quick. Give me 1 second. Hey, Goomba. Come here, little man. You were asked to be seen. So, this is Amanda and I's new puppy, little baby Pumbaa. Say hi. He's just sleeping right now, so I'm not gonna bug him. But figured he'd make a little appearance here, little sleepy man. But it's a newest edition. Thank you, buddy. Good boy. Newest addition to Amanda and I's little home. All right, so we're gonna do this. He's adorable. Oh, thank you. Mark Grenchik? Sorry if I butchered your name. My thoughts on Macargo EX. Macargo's interesting for sure. What a top deck, by the way. It's interesting. I don't know if I love it or hate it yet. I definitely want to give it at least a couple reps, just because I like Macargo as a Pokemon, believe it or not. So I definitely want to check that out. It is interesting, though. I haven't played with too much Twilight Masquerade yet. I was really focused and locked in on, like, LA, but since I, like, canceled this week, oh, my poor opponent's just getting smacked here for KO. But yeah, I definitely want to try out some of those new cards for sure. I think a lot of cards in this set have, like, tons of potential. And if you guys know me, I like exploring kind of all the cards in the set always. I know some things are meant to be good. I know some things are meant to be bad. But I like trying out all things. I like leaving every avenue open. And I do put in a lot of testing hours and a lot on a lot of failed ideas. But once in a while, my ideas do break through. Like beginning of this season, for example, one of the first regionals, Charizard, was legal here in NA. That was Peoria. I top 16 there with Zard. There were a lot of people who were like, oh, I don't think Zard's that good. Or there's no way you could play double stage 2. Or there's no way you need the Vitality Band. You know, this and that. You got to play Miraidon. You got to play Lugia, Giratina, whatever it may be. And I was like, nope, you know what? I tested Zard enough. I feel like it's good. It's strong. I got a top 16 finish. I think I was one of the first people in NA to have a pretty strong finish with Zard before it got more popularized. And my list was like, I think, used for like a lot of innovation moving forward, because I saw Vitband in a couple lists that top 8'd events kind of right after following Peoria, because it did hit numbers perfectly. Same thing with kind of Goldango. A lot of people weren't believers. Top 32 Charlotte with it. I like leaving avenues for like all decks open. Like I said, I have a lot of failed ideas, but once in a while they break through and they're good. So, Jerrick stays cooking. Emerald Z. He's not actually. That is false. Said we don't need hater energy around here. He definitely does not. But you can do what you will. PJ, what's winning NAIC? What's winning? I hate to say it, but Dragapult. Okay, so my opponent concedes. I was gonna say I don't think they win that game anyway. Definitely Dragapult. It's definitely Dragapult. Would be bad for the game if Quad Iron Thorns becomes popular. That depends on what kind of build. I don't think it'll necessarily be bad for the game. The deck is a little bit inconsistent, so I don't think it'll necessarily be bad for the game. And we've had formats where it's like people spam Hex Maniac back-to-back turns. So I don't think it'll necessarily be bad for the game. Ooh, you're going to play McCargo with Infernape? Honestly, I might try that. That sounds cool. Mark. Emeralds. It's not false on camera. It's actually not on camera. If you watched it or knew anything at all about it, that was like his first regional ever, and he just like didn't know how to shuffle. And if you actually watch the game instead of like witch hunting, you would see it didn't matter. Like the cards in his deck didn't matter. He didn't need to draw any cards anyway. Like the game was over regardless. He liked everything he needed to win in hand and on board. And he just honestly didn't know how to shuffle. It was like his first event, or like second event, I think, when he just started playing, and just didn't know how to shuffle. And then if you actually watch the game, all the cards that were drawn, even after, he didn't even like play them or need those cards, because like I said, game was on board anyway, and it didn't matter. And a lot of this was addressed long time ago. People were even on podcasts saying, yep, I don't think there's any malintent here. So all that stuff was already solved, but I'm not going to get into it too much. Ooh, are we pulling up for the cup? I do. Oh, my hand's dead. Yeah, I'm going to the cup for sure. Just to play. I just want to play. If I think I'm out of like stipend race unless something crazy happens at NAIC. So I was gonna kind of take a break from locals or just playing in general till NAIC, but I'm definitely going, and hopefully we can make some magic happen there. We'll see. I'm glad you're going though. Maybe we pull up in top 8. I don't know if I want double Charmander. I think I'm just going to grab Rotom, because I think my hand's going to be dead, like, after this. Well, yeah, right. Right, and if you watch the game, the boss, like, didn't matter. Again, Emerald Z. If you watch, like, boss didn't matter. None of that mattered. Game was, again, in board, on hand. Like I said, if you watched it, actually, like, none of it actually mattered. And then, if you watch, there's like 5 or 6 cards, whatever was in the deck. Like, you could tell, like, he wasn't sure how to, like, shuffle those. Yeah, when he has a 60-card deck, of course you can shuffle normally, but when you have 5 or 10. Like I said, this stuff was already addressed, so I don't need to go... I'm not going to go over it again, which is fine. But, even since then, he's had tons of finishes, Worlds invites, obviously. And a lot of players, a lot of top players have absolutely no issues with him. They know he doesn't do anything like that. Again, just a unfortunate thing of not knowing how to shuffle. Maybe like nerves on stream, stuff like that. But again, like I said, the stuff was addressed. But this is not looking good for us. Oh, I don't want to promote. I mean... Heat Tackle, and speaking of Goldango, here it is. This hand's like not all that. I do want to... Alright, if Rotom gets KO'd, I guess it's fine, because then we can respond. And at least start one-shotting the Dango. But then our outs to Force Seal Stone are dead. I really should promote Pidgey, but I'm not going to. We're probably going to just draw 3. Okay, so we do have a second Charmander. We have this... Collapsed, honestly, is fine. Hopefully they get rid of Spiritomb, and if they don't, then we're probably in big trouble. But I don't think they want to get rid of Greninja. Yeah, I was going to say, because they could still set up, like, Star Portal here. So at least we do get the draw 3, but this is not looking great. Alright, we have Rare Candy Pidgeot. Let's see if we can crawl back and see what happens. Oh, you got... It's the senior buff. I forgot. You don't need a top 8. That's so funny. Hey, Clout TCG, preach. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But it's okay. I'm not here to spread, like, any hate or negativity like that. I'm just here to play Pokemon, have a good time. Hopefully all you guys have a good time when you play Pokemon too, because at the end of the day, it's supposed to be for fun. Otherwise, you lost zone points. That's so funny. It's fine. I have faith in you. You can get a first. You can get a first, because you're close to the invite now too, right? If I remember. Going to NAC? Familiar? I am going to NAIC. Ooh, 20 off. 20 off. Yeah, so then the win would be huge for you. But I am going to NAIC, so hopefully see some of you guys there, you know. But yeah, lost zoning point. I think I need like top 4 of my points get lost zone anyways. So yeah, going to NAIC for 10 points. That's fine. I think you can do it easily. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. GG's. We have Roxanne. We're in Roxanne Prey mode at the moment. Uh-oh. And the ninja still has 2 energies on it. Uh-oh. We have to get Manphy down too. Honestly, like I should theoretically probably concede this game, but I'm not going to. I want to see the Dango do some work. Because I can't be upset if, like, Dango beats me. I'd actually be happy. If I lose a Dango, like, it's cool. Like, it's a cool loss to take. Feel me? Alright, let's see. This helps. So you get Manaphy down, we get another Charmander down. Okay. Well, draw 3. Cool. So next turn we can finally attack maybe. Does it feel bad beating Dango into the ground? It does feel bad, so I'm kind of hoping Dango, like, beats me, PJ. Oh, you lost your indie winning in the top 32 to stall. Dang. Sorry to hear. Yeah, stall is a small portion of the meta, so I don't blame you for not teching for it. Especially going into indie, I don't think there was a need to tech for it. And then if you did tech... Do you have canceling clone? Yes. Oh, I love that. Dango's going crazy. Round of applause. I'm not even going to concede. I'm letting my opponent take the 6 prizes. Because this is sick. What a great deck. What's our plan? Let's see. So anything KOs us. I could Radzard KO, but like that does nothing. Do we try to Radzard KO anyway? Oh, Radzard's prized. I forgot. Like, should I? Oh no. This is not good though, guys. Not looking good. So we can retreat into something and maybe survive. Okay. 4-2 to 4-2-2. That's okay. 4-0 start was a good start. I was kind of in the same boat. I started 4-0-1 and then started hitting a lot of the Zard counters. And it did not go swell from there. I should do this in theory. No. Energies. Alright. 1 Charizard to get us through it all, and our opponent misses everything, question mark. Max amount of points for the battle pass. Yeah, you know it. Not going to concede. People might be grinding out here to max their battle pass or max the rewards. Like, I got to let them have it, you know? So we got to see here. Alright. See what our opponent can draw into. See, that's why I love Dango too. It's like, once you do set up, you draw so many cards. And then in combination with things like Cypher Maniac, if you're playing Reverum, if you're playing Bib, if you're playing the Dunsparce, whatever your draw engine may be, there's so many ways to, like, draw out of a bad spot. I don't know. I still really like the deck a lot, and I think it's got a lot of good things going for it. I think it's got some good matchups, especially with popularity of POW. Puts it in an even better spot. So, So your first tie. Oh, I didn't play Mist. And then miscounting prizes. It's okay. The good thing too is like when you make like mistakes, no matter what the wow, really? You hit the vac on my okay. When you make mistakes, you can, as long as you can learn from them, then it's not a complete loss. As long as you're able to take something from mistakes, you know what I'm saying? As long as you could take something out of it, that's what matters. Okay, so we're gonna see if we have what it takes to crawl back into here. I like highly doubt it, but it's fine, because like I said, if we lose to Dango, he can't be too upset. Like Dango sauce. But oh, we're only gonna take 2. We do have the right combination of cards here to at least stop a potential. Oh, it's gonna be rough. Okay, well, we do have the KO here. Again, they have Pokestop. They have all their resources left, all the superiors, all the retrievals, kind of everything. I'd be extremely surprised if our opponent does not take game this turn. I mean, they only have 5 cards in discard, so maybe they don't. No, then double auto loss. I'm so sorry. But it's okay. A lot of times, too, with, like, matchup roulette, there's really, like, nothing you could do. Zard was 25% of the room. I didn't hit 1 Zard in all of day 1. Even when I was 401, I still hadn't hit a Zard at that point. So sometimes matchup roulette works in your favor. Sometimes it doesn't. Even though Zard was 25% of the room, I didn't see 1 Zard at all. So the double Devo did nothing for me. I mainly played double Devo for the mirror. And I was like, maybe it can help into Chen Pao a little bit, like devolve the backs. But, like I said, from your losses and all the events you play in, as long as you're always able to learn something from each event, then it's okay. If you learn maybe a different line of play you should have made, for example, like you said, miscounting prize cards, or say you had a DPL for drawing an extra card, maybe you need to slow down a little bit when you're drawing cards. As long as you learn something from each event, no matter how you perform, I still think that event is successful for you as a player because you always take something out of it for yourself. So that's the main thing. That's the most important part. Yeah, and Moshi, it's exactly what you're supposed to do. Learning experience is good as long as you're able to learn something from it. And again, outcomes aren't going to change. So what I always try to tell people too, whether it be students of mine or friends of mine, if you lose a game, if you win a game, if you tie a game, try not to let it either down you or get you elated too much, because once the results turned in, nothing changes on that slip. You can't go back in time. Nothing's going to change. There's no need to let it affect the rest of your day and your tournament, and then there's no reason to let it affect your future tournaments and future gameplay. If, like, for example, if you lose the first round of a regional and you're 0-1, yeah, it's okay to be bummed out for a little bit. Is it a bummer? Of course it is, but that's never going to change. It starts 0-1. It's not going to change no matter what your mood is, so you can tell yourself, hey, maybe this is what I could have done better. Let me make sure I go into the next round with a clear mind, and go from there. So then, going into your next round, you have a clear head, and you're really focused on just winning that one game, that one match. Our hand is awful. Uh-oh. Maybe we don't get item locked. Let's see what happens. Alright, you turn Nel to a tie, Roxanne you into Zard boss, and you Pidgeot for candy. Ooh! See? And sometimes there's stuff like that, too, that happens. Most of the time you hear people saying, oh man, I Iono'd my opponent in perfect 2 cards, or I Roxanne'd my opponent in perfect 2 cards, whatever it may be. But a lot of times people forget about the times that they get Roxanne or Iono'd into exactly what they need, or the times they get lucky off of the top deck. So it works both ways. Either way. Ooh, Iron Thorns, Greninja Answers Rhydon, Arc and Thorns, sorry. I scrolled back to that late, y'all. My bad. Sorry, y'all. We're item locked. Our hand is not good. So, we're going out in style. Yeah, so we didn't draw well there, unfortunately. I don't like blaming losses to things like that. Like, oh, I didn't draw well, or RNG got me. I don't like blaming, like, losses on that stuff. Sometimes, though, it does happen. Like, there, when you start Charmander Pass, like, really, unfortunately, there's actually nothing you can do. So, it is what it is. But, we'll move on to the next. Hey. Pounds. Oh, Kui. Thank you. Appreciate you, dude. Thanks for popping in. We're trying to get some games with Zard in today. Super excited for the new set. I want to see, once it comes on to live, if I can start streaming some of the new stuff. Dragapult, obviously. I know it's what everyone's hyped for, but I'm going to start going into some of the other crazy stuff, like the Ogre Ponds. Maybe there's an Ogre Pond box deck people don't know about. I know everyone's doing, like, Raging Bolt, but, like, what about Greninja? What about Macargo? Like, there's a bunch of cool cards in the set. I definitely want to mess around with some of it, and I think it'll be fun to, like, go live here on the Shelf Squad YouTube channel with some of those things and see what happens. Alrighty, going second again. Hand's pretty dead. As long as Cleffa is in deck, we could draw. If Cleffa's not in deck, we'll call for family, so I'm going to lead Pidgey. That's probably the best thing to lead here. This real quick. Don't let me get you. You get yourself exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh. Ooh. Okay, so we're playing against hands here. Cool. So Cleffa is in the deck. Let's see if Bib's in the deck. Bib is in the deck. I don't feel comfortable grabbing like one Charmander, so we should get a second one. Then we'll check stuff real quick. Okay. Fine span with energy. Do I have enough to attach here? Do that, retreat, yeah. That's fine. We definitely need to Cleffa here. Could call for family too, but like, leaves our hand pretty dead. Just thinking, is there a world I ever want to bench Manaphy? Because then Cleffa's going to get KO'd, right? So then I'd have room still for Rotom and another. I mean, I can. There's no reason not to. It's just an easy hands target too later in the game. Like, I could pop an Eerie, but my opponent didn't do much, so I doubt there's anything too Eerie. We could boss that, like, empty crown. That's probably fine. Yeah, and then we'll just grasp and draw for 5. Yeah, so as you can see, a lot of these games pretty early on, there were a couple decks already playing Spiritomb. That's obviously to counter, like, Lax. It stops Rotom and Zard, but that's why, like, Cleffa is huge. Massive inclusion. If Spiritomb does come down, grab Cleffa off Poffin. It's got free retreat. You can draw until you have 7, so as long as you can play your hand down and draw some cards with it. Same thing. It's kind of your, like, work around, play around for Spiritomb. Ooh, Zard's got a total of 240 points. And 160 of them were lost zone. That's fine. Oh my goodness. Oh, and you almost didn't play Cleffa to Indy? Yeah, definitely. Cleffa's really good. So for, like, I don't think it was, like, addressed too much. And a lot of people were kind of just putting it in there for, like, maybe people that didn't know why it's in there. But, like, Spiritomb stops Rotom. Things like Klefki would stop Rotom on turn 1. That was being played in Guardy. If you led the Rotom, Fluttermane could stop it, which is another card in Guardy and an Ancient Box. Cleffa's like, it's not an ability, it's an attack, it's a free retreater. You don't mind if your opponent takes it as a 1-prizer. Zard's fine with your opponent taking prizes anyways. It's another good way to draw, another good way for backup, all that jazz. But even after drawing up with Cleffa, our hand's still pretty dead. So, I don't know what we're doing yet. Let's figure it out together. Let's see what we top deck. Arvin. Sick, actually. I guess we're just Himothy at this point. Alright. So we're going here. We're going to get Pidgeot and Zard out when it looked like we weren't going to get anything. So, what a good top deck for us. I really wish, though, that I could bring up a 2-prizer and KO it here. I can't, which is, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it'd be cool if we could just bring up one of the crowns and KO him with Defiance Band, because we have the one of Defiance Band for some reason. Rare candy. 1 candy left. We're gonna Inferno Rain. Also such a cool ability. Like, how can you, like, hate Zard? I know. Zard's getting played, like, too much. People aren't the biggest fan of it. I get it. But, behind Pikachu, I feel like Charizard's arguably the most popular Pokemon. Question mark? Does anyone have any, like, disputes? Ooh, PJ said, ooh, Blitzel's 5-0 in the late night. Hey, what's he playing? Or what are they playing, I should say. When I consider Control or Block Lax better after this current weekend's results, I would say Block Lax for a couple different reasons. One of the main reasons is Control is a lot harder to pilot. The pilot really needs to know what they're trying to control, what their matchup is, and like each and every turn, they have to make sure they're taking the correct lines or they could lose themselves the game. Whereas Block Lax, there is definitely, high skill ceiling with the deck, knowing what to control and what you're going to do. But there's a little bit of extra lenience if someone were to make a misplay, because Snorlax's ability, just someone can't retreat. Oh, that's so mean. Is huge. So, besides that, though, I think Block Lax is probably a little bit better positioned, because decks like Charizard, they're only outs like if they're playing the Turo, like we talked about earlier. The Sandshrew technology is there to counter it. Against Chen Pao, it's almost always an auto win, as they only have one switching option, and it's this Prime Catcher right here. I know this isn't Chen Pao, but you know what I'm saying. And a lot of decks just don't have a lot of ways to kind of retreat and switch out. So I think, yeah, Block Lax definitely better right now. Do I dare try to establish another Pidgey? Probably not. Probably, like, scared to, honestly. We don't need this anymore. I really don't want to pop the Eerie. I feel our opponent played, like, everything they could need to play. And I'm not a fan of playing cards just to play cards. Like, I don't think you should just play cards just because you can. Like, I didn't play Supporter this turn, but this Eerie might be weak. There's no reason to play it. Might be stronger later on in the game. So it's probably fine to just swing. Our opponents had 2 prize cards. Like, if they have Boss KO Rotom, like, GG's. We'll see what happens. No one in your testing group was on Tina or any other Tomb deck. Oh, okay. I see what you mean, Moshi. So, like, you weren't getting use out of the Cleffa just because what you were testing into. People weren't playing decks that were countered, or I guess countering Rotom, so you never really found use for Cleffa. That makes sense. But yeah, it was definitely extremely needed. Pokeshark. Only Zard deck you'd be loving is Sablezard. Hey, I like Sablezard. Nothing wrong with Sablezard. Love that deck. And control is always better, Moshi, because you have more control of the game. Again, my answer was just because control is a lot harder to pilot, so less players are more less inclined to pick that deck up, and then to be able to play it correctly every single turn, every single game, every single match can get taxing. So it kind of turns a lot of people off from the deck. So I guess my answer is more, I think Lax would probably be more popular. But Control, I do always think is the better deck. The thing is, like, right now with Control, a lot of decks can kind of just gun down your Pidgeot pretty early, or not even let you set up a Pidgeot, and then you kind of just fall apart from there. Whereas, like, Snorlax, I know there's Rotom, yes, you can Gust KO Rotom. They have a lot more leeway, because they can just Block Lax something in the active, and, like, start setting stuff up. So, It's a fair take either way. Poke Shark. Okay, so that's true. If the deck is being played perfectly, I still think personally that Block Lax is still a better play, and the reason for that is control is a little less consistent than a deck like Block Lax, and it's a little more fragile. Say setting up the Pidgey, they don't set up a Pidgey for 2 turns if you're playing control, you don't get it up, or you only get 1 Pidgey down, and your opponent is really easily able to Gust KO the Pidgey, and then also things don't get stranded active as easily, so you can easily move around, retreat, things like that. And you could kind of play around what your opponent's trying to control if they don't have Pidgeot active, whereas Lax, you really don't have that option because you're stuck there active. And I think we're stuck here losing this game. But, what does my opponent have? Okay, they have Research. 160, 180, 200, yeah. So this gets KO'd. I can't go into a 1-prizer because they'd hands me. I don't think there's a way for us to win this game, actually. Because this gets hands. This is free retreat. This gets KO'd. Yeah, there's no way for us to win, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll let our opponent 100% grab the max XP on ladder. We'll just take the KO, and then I know we get KO'd by the Iron Hands, but I'm not going to concede. Let's see. Whole testing group was Zard, and you hit 0 mirrors. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I hit 0 mirrors too, which was wild to me considering it was the whole thing. Miller, you ask because you mostly play Block Lax, but you can't play Control. You hate the idea of your opponents playing 2 and having to play grindier game than normal due to no Rotom access. And that does make sense. Again, like, the main theory behind my reasoning is I think Lax is a little more consistent than Control, and then I think Control is much more fragile. Again, this is just my opinion, because of Pidgeot. If Pidgeot gets gusted and KO'd, or if you ever get, like, Prime Catcher Iono'd out of a big hand and they KO the Pidgeot, I feel that's a lot harder to climb back out of. Whereas if you have Lax, even if a Spiritomb comes down to shut down Rotom, or they boss KO Rotom, I feel you still have a lot of playability by trapping things active with Snorlax itself, that I just like it better as a play, especially into things like Chen Pao and things like Zard, which are extremely popular. I feel they're really, really good matchups for Block Lax. So, I still like Block Lax better. Again, though, don't let that sway your opinion. If you feel way more comfortable with Control, definitely play Control, especially if you like it better. Yeah, gotta love seeing Zard lose. Honestly, it is time maybe for Zard to be taken down from its throne, but I don't think Zard is even the most oppressive or overwhelming, like, tier S deck. Like, if anyone remembers back then, like, Zoroark GX, I think that was, like, crazy when every deck was Zoroark. When Trash Lance Garb first came out, and it was, like, Drampa Garb, like, decks like that, I think were way more controlling of the format than Zard is. Or, like, Quad Egg Hexmaniac and expanded with Zoroark was another crazy one. Even, like, Lugia in its prime and heyday, I think, was still more annoying to deal with than, like, Zard. Spam Penny GG's. So funny. Do I know the Muffin Man? I do. He's sleeping right down here. My little English Bulldog puppy. He's the Muffin Man, and he's sleeping right now. Ace Trainer Mac. Thoughts on Lost Zone Tina going Twilight Masquerade? I think the Lost Zone engine as a whole is in a good spot. Going into Twilight Masquerade, whether that's Lost Zone Tina, whether that's Paradox Box, whether it's Sablezard, I think that whole engine as a whole is in a pretty good spot heading into the new set. And then Tina's always good. Just having Star Requiem, the ability to eliminate anything that's in front of you is really, really good. So, yeah, I think it's in a good spot. I like it. We are doing this and a whole lot of nothing, unfortunately. At Ace Trainer Mac Mid. Our gumdrop buttons. You were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! During the Zoroark era? Ooh. Sorry, Moshi. Yeah, the Zoroark era was a... Albeit Zoroark was everywhere, it was still a fun one. So... Montcalm TCG. Thoughts on Roaring Moon to Dunsparce? I like it. I think, like, in this format, right now, it's fine. But I still think... Oh, that Iono saved me. Thank you, opponent. Thank you. Yes. I think it, like... Regular Ancient box with, like, the Koraidon Fluttermane, I think is a little bit better for my taste and for my liking. But either way, I think right now, in the current format with up to Temporal Forces... deck's fine, deck is good, but upon rotation, I think that whole engine gets weaker as a whole, unfortunately. Why is it bad post row? I think it just has a couple of worse matchups. Like, Dragapult's really annoying, but it's not just like the Dragapult. It's like the fact that they could take 2 knockouts at once, and even if you've like Frenzied Gouging a Dragapult, like, you'd probably have to play Temple, because I don't see why Dragapult wouldn't play Mist if, like, Tina and Moon got annoying. What are we going to do here? We're definitely going to Pidgeot. So we're going to Rare Candy Pidgeot. We're playing against a Quaxley deck. That's funny. So we'll keep the Devo around, honestly. Yeah, we'll keep the Devo around. Just so we could Devo once they Rare Candy. Let's get a Pidgeot real quick. And it's like, we could Rare Candy Zard, but what do we really accomplish? I get, like, we accomplish nothing, pretty much. But it's fine, I guess. I mean, I don't know if our opponent plays Devo, so, like, I could play around it, too. And just, like, put Rotom down with the Spore Seal Stone and then Instant Charge. Like, that's not bad either. But I feel like... I don't know. Hopefully I don't regret it. This is not what I wanted to do. I definitely just wanted to find Rotom and Instant Charge. Play around Devo. And then just kind of draw some more cards to give us a little bit of a better hand. Or at least options for a better hand. But... we'll see if I end up regretting this. Because we have Quick Search next turn for a supporter. Or whatever we need, depending on top deck. You don't want to play Ancient Box. And that's fine. I still like it with the Dunsparce. Like I said, the Roaring Moon in general, like that whole engine and idea, like decks like that have been historically strong in the Pokemon TCG. Night March, Be Revenge, Vespiquen, Flareon. So it's like, it's fine. Quaxley. Would I play Rabsca? You could. Like in theory, it feel like it should be good, but the thing is, it's a stage 1, so it's like, even when before it could even evolve into a Rabsca, like if Dragapult gets like just turn 2 candy, they just knock out the baby, or like even if you do evolve into a Rabsca, they just go boss and KO, and it's like, is it even worth playing at that point? I don't know. I'd have to test that definitely more. You get annoyed when you get matched up against bad decks. Pokeshark. Yeah, I agree. I think everyone does. Sometimes matchup roulette, when it doesn't work in your favor, you're like, oh man, I get it. So totally, like, it's totally buzzkill. You only have so much time to test ladder and it's just waste time. Yeah. And I agree, Moshi. Sometimes it's nice to play games. No matter what the deck is, just being able to play the game, I think, is one of the main things, the most important things. Like, people forget. There are a lot of cool decks out there. You can build a lot of cool things. But if your deck only functions 1 out of every 10 games, like, are you really playing? So, Hyper Aroma's kind of cool. I like Hyper Aroma. Pokeshark, you just want to get better. And you will. The more and more you play, and there's like a lot of content out there to watch. Just playing more, practicing more, finding a testing group, even just familiarizing yourself with the game more. And then if you really wanted to get deeper into it, like coaching is always out there. There's a lot of great Pokemon TCG coaches, but in time you 100% definitely will get better. Don't be discouraged. Definitely play as much as you can, and just playing more and more games too. Getting like I knew it, guys. I said I wanted to play around the Devo. I literally knew it. Anyways, yeah, just play as many games as you can. You'll be fine. I literally said I wanted to Rotom because I wanted to play around potential Devo because I didn't know if our opponent would play Devo, and now our hand is completely dead. So we're going to get Bidoof to set up. I should probably leave a bench space open in case we like top deck and out into like Lumineon or Rotom. So I probably will. But like, if this gets KO'd this turn, like promoting Cleffa feels like super strong too. Like top deck, there's so many good top. But even if I top deck an Ultra Ball, I'm definitely not going to grab the Bib. I'd probably just search for Lumineon and grab a supporter. So yeah, it probably makes sense to give myself the free retreater actually. We're going to save that, and then we're not going to be able to do anything because I didn't listen to myself when I said we should play around Devo. So that's on me. We burned 2. Now we can't even Devo this. Exciting dance. Okay. Yeah, right. You saw me. Had to get rid of that. I like wanted to hold it too, but I was like, oh, there's nothing else I really wanted to get rid of. Your schedule tends not to work out for online tournaments, which sucks. So I ladder's dope because you can play flexibly. Yeah, I feel that, PokeShark. Even getting games in on ladder can still be of worth and value for you because you're able to see a bunch of different matchups. You're able to see how your deck runs. You're able to see if you're able to sequence your turns and deck effectively. So it's still a good thing. Okay, so they're going to KO the Pidgey, which is fine, honestly. And then it switches back to the bench. Alright, so the past, like, 3 games with Zard, guys, has been, like, super rough for me for some reason with draws. So we got to turn it around and definitely, like, steal this game. We're going to. Okay, they didn't go into a free retreater. I mean, like, Cleffa's coming and Pidgey's getting KO'd anyway? Question mark? Why didn't it just knock out the Pidgey? We're probably just going to Cleffa for whatever here. Oh, shoot. Like, I don't want to attach either of these because they're useful. This is probably going to come useful later in the game. I hate only drawing 3, but fortunately it is what it is. Okay, cool. So we got a Rare Candy, Ultra Ball. We have to get Charmeleon down this turn. We don't have our Pidgey. That's fine. Well, Iono. We'll probably get a Bidoof set up. And we're probably going to have to play without Pidgeot the rest of the game. Because we prized a candy. And I don't want to waste, like, our last candy on a Pidgeot, potentially. But there's no way our opponent plays double Devo, right? Yeah, there's no way. No way. I don't think so. I don't think so. You just get to the point where you know your deck well. You just need to learn matchup stuff, but can't do anything other than the ladder. Yeah, PokeShark, I feel that. But that's actually good. As long as you're getting to a point where you know your deck well enough and you know your lines, you just need to learn, like, matchup spreads or lines or maybe different sequencing things, whatever that may be. That's where a lot of different things come into play. That's where, like, maybe on free time, like, watching content, reading articles that people put out. Again, coaching is another great service, depending on, you know, how serious and how competitive you want to get. That's probably, like, the #1 way to kind of jumpstart into things. Oh my goodness. So it's going to get KO. It's going to go back to the bench. This is weak. I have to Rare Candy Pidgeot, so I can't get Charmeleon into play. Oh, but we have Iono, so it's fine. And we're going to have to establish Bib here right now. Alright, let's see. Top deck of fire. Can I get rid of a fire energy? No. Definitely going to Rare Candy Zard. Power up Rad Zard. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's fine. I unfortunately might have to, like, get rid of the Devo. And Force Seals. Because I really want to use this Ultra Ball now. But it's fine. We do need to get at least Bib established somehow. Okay, that's actually perfect. So we can... How many gusts does he use? Our opponents use 2 boss. Like, they've just been, like, bossing us every turn. I hate letting Charizard get poked, but it's fine. They only have 1. Quick will Vol out, so should be fine. Where to find good free articles? Montcalm PCG. That's actually a really good question. I don't know, like, where so much to find free articles. I know, like, for the Shuffle Squad, like, we have our articles that we release, and they are actually so much content that comes out all the time. They're really good reads from a bunch of different great minds from the game. But for free ones, I'm not too sure. I should probably look into that, though, for people that want to ask me that question in the future. But I definitely would recommend subscribing to the Shuffle Squad Patreon and reading a lot of those articles, even if you only do it for a month to see how you like it. I think a lot of that information that's put out there is like insanely beneficial for a player of any level and any caliber, really. Pokeshark, get coaching from awesome actually that you've gotten coaching from Michelle. That's awesome. Most your sequencing got 100 times better. Started coaching. Yeah, that's crazy. You looked at an old VOD of you playing. He said you're so. But you know what, Moshi? That's good though, because that coaching is maybe what you needed to kind of elevate your game, take you to the next level, to help fix your sequencing. And there's no shame ever in getting better at something, right? Like, there's no shame in it. I'm just glad you were able to find use out of it and to actually gain something out of it, and then to remember some of those things. So that's actually really good. It shows like your growth as a player, your ability to learn. I think it's good for you. Mark, here you go. Macargo EX with Infern Mason, Team Star Grunt. See, and that's something, honestly, Mark, I'd be excited to try. Honestly. Like, I would love to try that and see what happens. I want to. Okay, so our opponent... Both those energies are back in hand, so we know our opponent's going to jet, come up, and hit us with the other one, right? That's inevitable. That happens no matter what. We did get a rod, which is good. We have the bib, which is awesome. Do I ever dare to try and establish another Pidgeot? That's the question. Do I dare try to establish another one? Probably not, because the candy's prize. Would we need the other Charmander? Honestly, probably not either. So I don't want to clog my deck up with things I don't need. I would love to Turo this if we had like Charmeleon down, but we don't. So I might honestly just like bib for 1. And then next turn work in like a Devo, because I know they rare candied this one. Devo would knock this out. This would get devolved. This would get devolved, and our opponents use 2 candies already. And we could combine that next turn with, like, Iono. Or, like, Roxanne, if we're able to draw into it. Prime Catcher. Okay. Well, we know we need to hit this one, for sure. What I'll do is actually prep for the next turn. I hate, like, showing my hand a little bit, but I think we have no choice. We'll show our opponent we have Devo, which is fine. I think that's honestly all I'm going to grab. I might grab an Ultra Ball, actually. And we can use the Ultra Ball. Grab Charmeleon, because we need Charmeleon this turn. So we're going to have to get rid of Turo. I know I need that next turn, but I need Charmeleon down this turn, because we're going to... Well, if we Devo, maybe we don't need to attack next turn, so that's fine, but... Off the Iono, I don't want to miss energy. So, like, that's why I really want to get the Charmeleon in play now. I know I have 1 rod left, too, so... Unfortunately, I think I can't get rid of the Prime Catcher. I just can't. Oh, the Charmander just came down this turn. Whoops. Sorry, I was thinking ahead of myself, y'all. So we actually didn't need to lose that Zardiax, but that's fine. Next turn we'll have Charmander. We're going to Devo with Cleffa. We have Luminion for Iono unless we draw into it with Bib. We'll see what happens here. Alright, so we know they have the Jet Energy in hand. They're going to Jet, come hit us with this one, go down to 2, right? But we have our Devo play lined up, mixed with an Iono to 2. They won't have Pidgeot in play. This will get KO'd after it's Devo'd. And this got rare candied, so they could theoretically have no attacker after this turn. We'll probably save the Prime Catcher, evolve up into Charmeleon, Luminion Iono, and then Bib, or should we Bib? Yeah, maybe I'll Bib first, see if I don't put Luminion in play. But what does this hit for anyway? 230? Oh. Yeah, maybe I don't put Luminion in play. We still have our Collapse, it's fine. Oh. Is our opponent DC? Because, like... Wait, hold on. That changes, like, so much. I was expecting a KO'd. Because now, it's like... Should I just Prime Catcher hit this? And then I Devo both, and he just, like... My opponent has no attacker. We could get rid of the Pidgey, too, right? Nah. We're gonna do it like this. I could have just KO'd that, too, but... I don't want to. Cool. So we have an energy. Like, we could have just KO'd that and went down to 3, but I didn't want to do that. Puts us into Roxanne range. I know we have the Bib set up, but, like, I feel like Devo here is so much stronger. We take 2, we go to 3 anyway. They have no attacker on board. They don't have a Pidgeot, and then we stick them with an Iono. If they take the KO, as they should, I don't know what happened. Yeah, downside to the ladder is DC. Yeah, when your opponent DCs, I know. I know. Because then sometimes you don't get a cool game to finish out like that. Our opponent playing Quake with All, like, I would have loved to see how that cooked out, you know? That would have been sick. Like, why could we not finish that game? Like, I wish. Alright, so we're going to choose sides. Obviously, we're going to go second. Hopefully, we get a full game in this time. We'll see. We don't. Let's see. I like that hand, too, but it's fine. We had no basic. We'll see. Moshida won Quake with all to cook. I wanted it to cook low-key. I wanted to see what it could do. Let's see what we're playing against. This hand's not that bad either. But it's like, not like, oh, we're playing against Dialga. Sick. Love Dialga. Our hand's not that good either, though. I don't know why we keep getting, like, mulliganed into just, like, nothing. Alright, so if they didn't nest ball for Dialga V, I assume they have one in hand, right? Like, they have to have the Dialga V in hand? Or another nest ball, okay. I was gonna say. Catch dog, what up? Andrew, video drop by Shove next week. Yeah. Quake Ball's better than we thought, that's what I'm saying, bro. We'll do a quick prize check. Palpad or Team Yelchier? Sunblazer? It depends. So I'm currently playing a Palpad in this because I wanted to make room for some other stuff. But if you're scared of things like Eerie or Control more, then I would definitely play the Yelchier because they can't Eerie it or Misfortune it out of your hand or deck. Gosh, your hand's pretty dead. What do we do? His hand is like dead. I like want to put down Cleffa so I can just like retreat draw. Like, do I boss and bring up like the Greninja? Is that ever the play so they can't magnetic lift or something? Yeah, it's fine. We'll play Palpad. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Suzanne, what's up? Thanks for popping in. Awesome to see you. Hopefully we can do something with our Double Zard Manaphy Pidgey Roxanne hand here. You know. An Arvin would be a pretty sick top deck. Or like an Ultra Ball. So, you know, we're doing things. NAIC? I am going to NAIC. So I know for sure I'll see you at NAIC. And I'm excited. No, my only Pidgey. It's okay. It's cool. We don't need Pidgeot. Don't need Pidgeot. Catch Dog. What do you think about the folks say Erie should be banned? I think it's banned. Yeah, Erie definitely shouldn't be banned. It's more than balanced. I think people are just, as usual, freaking out to freak out. There were much worse cards in the game that I don't think they were around for. Like Getsis. Getsis was like Erie, but it was all the items, and you shuffle them back in your deck, and then your opponent gets to draw that many cards. I think that was terrible. Used to be able to play supporters on turn 1, so you could play it on turn 1. Stop your opponent completely from setting up. Hex Maniac was a much worse supporter, and you could play it on turn 1. And when with Versus Seeker, you could spam Hex over and over and over. Your opponent never gets abilities. That's what Quad Egg Zoroark did. Like, there were much worse supporters than Erie is what I'm trying to get behind. Like, Erie's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with Erie. You could play around it, too. Like, if I was, like, sitting here with my Pal Pad and Iono, and I was, like, scared that Dialga played in Erie, and I didn't want to lose my Pal Pad, like, then I would just Iono my Pal Pad to the bottom, you know, things like that. Might have been okay to bench Manaphy to have something to promote next turn. Yeah, I know. I thought about that, too, Andrew. But I was like, I don't need to because I knew I was top decking Iono, so it's fine. You're going to be playing Zard all night. I could change. Montcalm, I could change. I want to change. I know I wanted to do some Zard gameplay at first, but yeah, I could change. I don't want Cleffa. We need another Zard. Oh my goodness. I don't want to Ultra Ball any of that away to get a Rotom. But I feel like I should just... I 100% need to, like, draw this. Heat Tackle here for 60 would have been sick. So, like, let's see. How many Zards do I have? Maybe I could get rid of Prime Catcher. Who needs Prime Catcher? Nah, I cannot get rid of Prime Catcher. But, like, my hand is dead. It's so dead. I can't rely on Bib next turn. Can't rely on just a solo Bib. Do we have a Rod? Do we have double Rod? Yeah, we do. This feels so, so bad. This feels so bad, but we're doing it. See ya, Prime Catcher. Guess we don't need you. Gives my opponent a Star Chronos target, which is fine. Yes, I know. But, like, we can't be sitting here with nothing or we're just going to lose the game anyway. Sick! Rotom. Ooh, Suzanne, you're coming as a judge? Yay! I'm glad you got in. It's awesome. I was bummed. I saw some people weren't able to get in that really wanted to. So I'm actually really glad you got to get in. That's awesome. Can't wait to see you there. You were about just familiar. You were typing out Getsis. Getting Getsis back-to-back was so miserable. That was like, okay, so I just can't play the game, I guess. And that happened so often. And, like, you could Getsis on turn 1. It was terrible. Literally terrible. It was up. They think Dragapult Fear is overhyped. It's good, yes. Like Zard, big... Yeah, Catch Dog, I agree. Like, Dragapult's good. But I don't think there's a need to, like, fear it for stuff. It'll be a part of the meta game now for sure, but I think it's just a new deck entering the meta, which is good. Like, it's healthy for the meta to have multiple decks. Stop. How do you know I have, like, the Bib in hand? My opponent just knew, I guess. Alright, so we're gonna get Star Chronos, y'all. At least... How many bosses are there now? Just one? And the Prime Catcher? Okay, so maybe they can't Gust Rotom here? Question mark? I don't know. But we lost the P-Dupe when we had Bib in hand. Why, opponent? I think collapsed here. Like, it's fine. It's not like we have anything to bench anyway. Yeah, no catcher. Game chalk Mochi, I know. I should draw 3. I shouldn't even Heat Tackle. So I don't know why I attached there. Whoops. What is this hand? What is this? What is happening? Boss, Star Chronos, the Rotom, go down to 2. Metal Blast, the Charmander, go down to 1, and then I can't win the game. Seems good. And then just have a research here, too. So you could, like, Metal Maker and set up, like, double Dialga. Iono? You're gonna save me? Thanks! Sick! But yeah, I think this is, like, the universe saying, like, stop streaming Zard and, like, do something else. I'm like, alright. Ooh, show Mawile. Oh, I could. Alright, so we're gonna be 10 damage short, but we're gonna find the Defiance Band for sure. Right? Like, we find Defiance Band here every time. Because I could Lumineon, Arven, Defiance Band, then I have Roxanne if they do something crazy. Let me just make sure it's in the deck first. I'm pretty sure it is, but I want to double check now. I almost hit done without checking. Okay, so Defiance Band's in the deck. We'll have Roxanne for the turn after. Okay. So this is probably fine. Man, I hate having Lumineon and Rotom down, though, because, like, if they Star Chronos boss and then... But I can't not take the knockout here. Like, I can't leave this Dialga, like, alive. Because if they, like, boss Star Chronos, boss Charmander, they win anyway. So that's why I was like, whatever, I could just grab it. And it's like, I don't have Pidgeot, I don't have Bib. It's like, is this a turn to Rod? Probably, low-key. Because I'm going to need some help to close out the game. We need you. Energy is always good. And I know I'm going to Roxanne next turn. So, it will be probably better for us to get Bidoof down. Again, I know, like, Charmander's already down. If they have boss Star Chronos either of these and then boss again, I lose the game anyway, so it's fine to put down 2 1-prizers anyway. Let's see, where am I showing them all a while? I think it's always boss Pidgeot, low-key, yeah. Roaring Moon to done, perhaps? Oh, I wonder if I have that built online. I think I have regular, like, Ancient Box built online. Let me check. I might have with the Dunsparce. We'll look at it. Catch Dog against Moon. No! I remember that. No! Because that was a pretty bad brick. I remember that. So unfortunate, too. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Lumi Rotom, no catcher. Game's cooked. Yeah, 100%. And true, I get to play the game. You didn't get to play the game with your Mew. Yeah, the game's definitely cooked, Moshi, but, like... I don't concede. I let my opponents get their full, like, XP off the ladder or whatever it is in case they're climbing, chasing ladder rewards. Like, I don't need to, like, concede early. I can. Uh-oh. And it's like, now if I promote Zard... Oh, it's actually really good here. I think they just kind of checkmate me anyway. Because they just need an energy. Which they should have. I mean, 7, 7, 14. They have 1 energy left. If they just have it in hand, our opponent's just them. Right? 7, 7, that's 14. Decks typically play 15. Right? I mean, if it's in deck, though, they churn through their whole deck with Metal Maker. So theoretically, they should win right here. Unless, like, Blast Energy's prized. Sick. Alright, cool. So, this is the universe telling us no Rotom right now. Difference, Bidoof and Melian. So, Moshi, in that spot, it's like, if my opponent doesn't have Boss, Star Chronos, and then, like, Boss KO, or load up 8 energy to Dialga, next turn I have Roxanne, and then to, like, close out the game, my 1 Charizard that was alive should be enough to carry us through the game, because then Zard 1-hit KOs their Dialga, and then they have nothing set up on board. They don't have another attacker for the rest of the game. Excuse me, like, I didn't need anything else besides that 1 Zard. Let's see, Dango. I have my Ancient Box for you, I see. Do have Guardy. I have a pretty cool one. I have Moon with Leaves into Dunsparce to, like, counter into Zard. But, like, you're right, I kind of like Ancient Box, so I'm actually going to queue it. We could play Bad and Amaruji with Arc Amarouge, but nah. We can play Dango too. Nah, let's run some Ancient Box, actually. I like it. Let's see. Because we were Roxanne West. Yeah, right. That's why I was like... I wanted the bib potential there because I knew I would need to draw stuff for the rest of the game that would need to help me. I couldn't rely on just, like, top decks. Because my thing was, if my opponent here just, like, has Star Chronos, KO Zard, and then they go down to 1 prize, I Roxanne, hopefully have Bib, but I still had a lot of outs in deck to, like, rare Candy Zard. So I feel like having the extra draw power to me was more important at the time. Than just having a Charmeleon set up with nothing behind it. Because also, if my opponent just has Boss Star Chronos anyway, they, like, pretty much just win. You went 4 to drop in Orlando. Your second regional is much better. Drop Tang with friends. Ooh! Yeah, Catch Dog. I hope you will be back, honestly. 4-2 at your second regional is awesome. And, like, even if you don't drop there, it's like... You still have a chance to make day 2 with that record, so it's like... That's, like, really good improvement at only your second regional. Are you going to, like, anything else? Oh, Dialga again? Sick. Are you going to anything else for the rest of the year? We're going to get absolutely cooked, by the way, by this Dialga. But, are you going to anything else for the rest of the year? Yeah, we're getting cooked by Dialga, bro. Literally cooked. Unless they, like, misplay and put down a Mew. EX. Doing this. It's probably fine for now anyway. That's not going to help us. Okay, 4-4, so the full support is there. Superior, is our counter catcher. Okay, so we don't have prime catcher, but we have the stops. Ultra Ball. Alright, cool. So, prizes aren't too bad here. We're going to concealed first with Ninja. Attach the Flutter Mane. Probably pass. Sick. I should have actually attached the Flutter Mane. I was thinking I was going to draw, like, an Explorer's Guidance, a Pokegear, or, like, sod off the Ninja. That I was like, oh, thanks, opponent, save us. Sick. I was, like, autopiloting, thinking I don't need it. But I should have kept that energy to concealed cards, but it's fine. Because we hit all this anyway. So, it's cool. 6-2-1 is day 2-able. Right, Suzanne. Dialga Ancient. So fun, guys. I know. But it's fine. We're, if our opponent only gets down 1 Beldum here, and we get to, like, poke the Dialga first. Okay, awesome, actually. That's fine. I don't want a Sada here. I want to, like, Explorer's Guidance first, but poking this Dialga I think is, like, more important than anything. But we poke it for 70, 80, 90, so we'd have to hit it for 170 after... I'm sorry, 190 after. Yeah, that's fine. We'll probably concealed first, actually. Okay, we got a Moon. Guidance, Vessel for sure. We'll probably just keep another energy. Don't need any of that. That builds up the attack for everything. We could attach here for turn. Why not? Let's bench all 4 Moon. We're not benching anything else anyway, right? Okay, good Vessel. Get rid of Flutter Mane. Okay. So our opponent will take first KO. If they Star Chronos, whoops. If they don't, cool. But yeah, this matchup's just rough in general. This is a pretty hard one. We're going to have to pull something crazy here. Alright, chat. I need all your luck. Literally all your luck. Okay. So we're probably going to get Star Chronos here, which is fine. We give our opponent a Moon. We have Sada. We prize a Dark into Fighting. Like, is there a world where I rod an energy in so I could... Or 2 energy in? Because there will be 2 in the discard so I could draw into them? Like, I don't know. I did burn 3 Vessels already. It's like... Yeah, I probably will, actually. Oh, Temporal Rupture. Sick. We could actually get to 220 if we, like, go crazy. What do we have? 1, 2, 3. Maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9. So we're waiting for 160. I mean, it's not impossible. That doesn't help. 1, 6. Okay. Oh, we're not going to get there. All these cards are non-ancient cards. If, like, they were and we could discard with Ultra Ball, that'd be, like, huge. But I'm going to put the 2 energy back. There's, like, a part of me that just wants to counter catch or KO the Matang. But it's like, does that help me win the game at all? Counter catch, like, get the Matang off the board, get rid of their energy acceleration, or, like, do I hit Dialga so once I get Star Chronos and KO'd, I can at least respond KO the Dialga right away? But it's like, I kind of just want to get rid of the energy acceleration. I just don't know if that helps me win the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it does. No, it actually could, because they're going to probably try to offset the prize trade with Zamazenta anyway. So, like, KOing a Matang here is probably fine. You're prepping your buddies for an AC? So a new job will make it next season. Oh! Okay. Well, congrats on the new job catch, dog. That's awesome. It's good to know, like, you're getting close with lists and stuff. You were using Silene and Pow with 4 candies since 4 was cool. See, that's good. At least your mind's, like, working. You know, you're getting good lists off. And then that's good. And then whenever you come back and start going, let's say, whatever your next regional may be, you'll be more than prepped enough. So it's actually really good to hear. In Orlando, you played Zard. You lost 2 mirrors. You overtech'd for mirror. That they overtech'd for mirror. Okay. Yeah, I feel that. Ooh, and you dunked in a Spathra. I tied in a Spathra control, and I was happy about that, so. And Montcalm TCG, how do you go after Dialga and Energy? I think it depends on the deck you're playing. Oh, I was not paying attention. I didn't realize they Star Chronos. My bad. I was reading the chat. Whoops. I should have promoted one with no energy, because now I need to find an energy too. Whoops. My bad, y'all. I wasn't paying attention. It's fine. We're going to find an energy. I have this energy. It's not the right one. Oh, you went after Greninja, opponent? Why? Thanks, I guess. Low-key, do we smoke this Dialga now? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. We have 4. 6, 9, 10, 11. 180. So we need 10 more in the discard pile. Like, not happening. But it's fine. What are we gonna do first? Like, we could. No, it's actually fine. We'll do this first. That's fine. We'll two-shot it, because now they can't, like, Chronos us. But, like, again, how do we ever win this game now? It's like they're already at 3 prizes. Pokestop could help us get there. Just hit, like, 3 ancient cards. That's what we need. Sick. We're not going to get 8 cards. The most I could get here is, like, 2 more, and then I could superior, like, another. Unless I gear into something. And then I have to rod to, like, burn Nest Ball. But it's like... I was going to say, if I, like, Ultra Ball these 2 away, superior these away, it's only hit for, like, 230. So we're short anyway. It's fine. We'll need to get you back. We'll get you back. And we'll get back an energy. Nest Ball Greninja. Maybe we'll draw into some cool stuff to actually discard. I don't know. We're struggling right now, yo. Dialga's like a pretty tough matchup for this deck, too. Oh. So again, I could get rid of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like we're solo hitting for 240. Like, we just don't win this game ever. It's fine. But yeah, you could go after... Going after the energy acceleration's like fine if you do it early enough. Because like now, when it's kind of like too late, like the Zam's already set up, right? The Dialga's set up. Like our opponent's going to go to 2, and then our opponent's going to go to 1. And it's like, if they just set up a backup attacker right now, which they're going to do because they have all their energy in the deck, it's like we never win the game. Like, I'm gonna go to 3, our opponent's gonna go to 2. Then I'm gonna go to 3 while our opponent goes to like 1. The only way is like if our opponent just doesn't set up a backup attacker here, but all their energy's in the deck besides what's on board, and like they just have to bench another Dialga and Metal Maker, even 1 energy to it this turn, honestly. So it's like, yeah, it's gonna be tough. Yeah, see, there's Dialga. If they Metal Maker even 1 energy to it, like I think we're just GG's. Yeah. There's like no way, unless they like miss V-Star. We play no disruption. So it's like, they're going to 2 while we go to 3, and then they're going to go to 1, because they respond with a 1 prizer. There is like a world where I like boss, poke this, Flutter Mane, KO both. Like, Flutter Mane hit the active for 90, and then, I don't know. It's just so not it. Okay, let's see what we do here. Taking this out of deck, like I said, I don't think there's a way we like win this ever. But it's fine. This is just not the best man. Oh, there's ancient cards. Where were you guys last turn? And more. So like now we are, but it's like it's too late now at this point. Like we're just like way too far behind. Honestly. Oh, there's only 2 energy in there, but I want to get my attach for turn this turn, and I want to concealed cards. Okay. So we do get our attach. It's like after this turn, we're going to one-shot everything, which is fine. But it's like... It's too late, right? So... See, like, my opponent's at 2, they come up with the Zam, and they go to 1, and then this Dialga just pokes anything. There's, like, nothing I can do. We don't play Disruption. They have all their energies in deck. Like, they Metal Maker into this, and we're just, like... We just, like, never win the game. After that Star Chronos turn, we just, like, never win the game there. Hey, Catch Dog, for sure. Have fun doing that. Truly appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in, hanging out with me a little bit. Next week, I'll be closer to on time because now we got it set up where the stream key actually works. Like, it wasn't working earlier for some reason. So, yeah, now we, like, just don't... We can't win this game ever. It's, like, impossible now. But it's okay. We'll do another one. Like, Dialga's just not, like, a good matchup for us anyway. But... Let's see. I know the Explorers are all at the bottom, so we're safe to Pokestop. We'll conceal. That gets us closer to the bottom, and then we should be able to gear into an Explorer, like, guaranteed. Oh, all our gears, look. So it's like, it's just impossible to ever win this game. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 11 energies? Okay. This is crazy, but... Do we ever, like, win the game like this? I mean, okay, they have 7 in play, 4 in the discard, so that's 11. I mean, they have 4 energy left. If they prize 1, maybe? Like, I don't know. I mean, we don't win by attacking there, so it's like... Okay. And then attach retreat. But, like... Maybe I should have went for this route, like, 2 turns ago. Low-key, how many routes have they used? Oh, only 2? Yeah, this is not it. Not it, nah. Have they benched the Mew? Maybe I should have just... No, if I actually take the KO, they just win. Never mind. But now... Oh, shoot, no, because I still go to 1. Yeah, it's impossible to, like, win this game. RIP. Yeah, I get it, opponent. You're gonna Metal Maker retreat. But yeah, Dialga just like not great. So they guarantee just have like a retreat next turn. And if I like boss KO something, like we lose. So I guess we take like a pride knockout, right? Yeah, let's take a pride knockout, y'all. What are we hitting for? 310. Let's do it. Let's take a pride knockout. This is a pride knockout, everyone. At least we get to KO with Dialga. Pride. Alright. But, yeah, let's see. We could run back another one on Ancient Box. Like I said, that matchup's just, eh. It's cool. No big deal. We'll get another matchup, and we'll see what we get there. Alright. So our opponent just wins on that one. Moshi, you're going to call us. Oh, go study for your Geo test. Yeah, I'll see you at the next cup for sure. I'll be at NRG if you're going to be there. So, I'll definitely see you there for sure. Yeah, and hopefully our luck turns around here. Like, our games today were just not it. Like, Zard hands, I think it was like the universe telling me, stop playing Zard. It was like, look, Zard's been dominating so much. Play something else. No one wants to watch Zard. So, I think I get it. Ooh, Suzanne, come to Rockford. Do you guys have a cup this weekend? I haven't been there in so long. Nah, we're running it back with Ancient Box. Oh, in 2 weeks? What is it now? The 15th? Sometime. Yeah, I'll go. That's the week right before NAIC, right? Because I'm so down. Yeah, Moshi, I'll probably only... I'll be on for just a little bit longer. Then Amanda and I are going to watch some true crime docs. See what's up. 2 weeks. Yeah, the week before NAIC. Yeah, I'm not doing anything, Suzanne. I'd probably go. I haven't gone out there in so long. I, like, missed it, I think, every quarter this season. Which, like... I feel like I never missed that many out that way. So I definitely have to go out there. I should try to get a group to go out there, too. I'm sure people will go, especially right before NAIC. People are going to want to be playing and stuff. So they'll probably be excited. I know, we all miss you too, Suzanne. Like I said, we haven't gone out there in so long. And it was like, either it just fell on an awkward weekend, or like, I couldn't make it or something. But like, yeah. I'm gonna try to make everyone go out there, actually. It's the week before NAIC too. Like, people will be wanting to play. They'll have to be. Sick, we'll lead Flutter just in case our opponent has anything with abilities. Flip over a Comfy and like make me feel good about this decision. Okay, that's fine too. Cool. So I'm gonna get rid of you. Just check real quick. I don't think this is gonna matter in this match. I'm pretty sure it's POW. So we don't have a moon. At least we have the boss. Okay, all our supporters. We have the Pal Pad. Rod. Okay, we have the Prime Catcher, which we're gonna need. Yeah. Cool. Okay, we have Explorers for next turn. We have Attachment for turn. Alright, we're kind of cool right now. We're chilling. Ninja 100% puts us into a Roaring Moon. Roaring it definitely doesn't put us into a Roaring Moon, but we'll attach Flutter Mane. That's fine too. I'm okay setting up for a couple turns. Y'all slept in, don't lie. No, it's not true. Not true, I swear. I didn't sleep in. I always make it like right for time on cups, but surprisingly I do wake up like early for Pokemon and always like barely make it on time. Believe it or not. Double boss? Okay, so we're not playing against Chen Pao, we're playing against Miraidon. Huh. Okay. So, we're gonna go about this matchup a little differently than I thought. It's not what I thought we were playing against. At all. Huh. Oh, where did my window go? There it is. Alright. Are we going to get amped here turn 1? Uh-oh. Probably. Yeah, generator and stone. Uh-oh. Not looking good. We're going to have a lone Greninja against the world. That's okay. Because if our opponent could get down to 3, our moons can't be amped for KO. So it's like we could trade 2/2/2 from there. So we might actually be okay. I mean... Oh. Smart. I like that. Good play by our opponent there. Oh, nest ball for Mew. Actually, that could have been like a slight misplay from our opponent there, because if we could like go down to like 4 now and then boss KO the Mew and like tie it up. As long as this doesn't get hands, so we have to save this from getting hands. We have to take it out of the active. I know I have the Sporters in hand, but I'm playing Gear to try to thin something out. And oh my goodness, we would have drawn into Moon and Nest Ball. So, thinning is not winning in this case, yo. And now we're going to hit, like... Alright, so we have to get a Moon down for sure. This can't get amped if we have that attached. I do want to save that vac. This is going here for sure. We have to protect ourselves. I'm getting amped. I want to save the vacuum. We have a superior, so that's fine. But I do want to attach for turn, so I don't want to get rid of both. Superiors are only like discard outlet for stuff. Unfortunately, I think I have to get rid of the vacuum based on this hand. Which is fine. We have enough gust to like hit around that stuff anyway. We'll be fine. As long as our opponent like doesn't have another boss, we're like chilling. Alright. If our opponent does have another boss, or Prime Catcher, really? Okay. I mean, we can't get amped, right? So again, we're still fine because our opponents have 4, but our hand's pretty dead now. We don't have Ninja. We lost all our Explorers there. I guess I shouldn't have dumped both the Explorer. That was probably a big misplay by me, low-key. Alright, it's Flutter Mane against the world right now, yo. Pokestop. There's some ball search, please. No ball search, okay. Okay. So this game's pretty much chalked. I guess we do get an attack this turn, which is fine. I'm just gonna rod things back in. Want this there and that. I have to save the gear, so sorry, Superior. I have to save the gear because I have no choice here. At least we get to soften up the Charmed Rhydon, I guess. Like, I don't think that damage matters, really. We really need to top deck something here. Yeah, it looks like Live is not liking my popular deck choices right now, so I'm gonna have to go into some spicy stuff for fun. Alright, we're gonna get amped, and I don't usually scoop games. I let my opponent take the full XP, but because I don't want to bore you guys with Ancient Box getting cooked by Miraidon right now, we are going to change over. Sorry, I wanna cook with some sauce. I want to play a little bit of Dango. If you guys aren't loving it, it's fine. I'll change off of Dango. But let me at least get like one game. Just like one Dango game. Just one. Just one. I won't after this. I just need the one. And then after this, then we could pop into something people want to see more. Alright, let's do it here. Oh, it's the same opponent. So, Leonardo 2K5. I believe that was our Miraidon opponent. I think. If I'm remembering correctly. Miraidon's pretty good matchup for us if we could set up. And then there's like some common misconceptions like people don't get in this matchup too. It's like, even though Palkia is weak to lightning, if your Palkia trades 2 for 2, it's actually fine. It's like fine as an attacker, especially as an early game attacker while you're setting up like your board and Dangos. I know it gets hit for weakness, but if you're trading 2 for 2, it's fine. And Palkia actually can't get amped, so I'm not scared to like bench it in this matchup. So quick prize check. Got Doof. Do we have Bib? No Bib. Oh no, it's in hand. Okay, that's going to be important there. There. Did we prize both retrievals? Like regular retrieval? No, okay. They're just over there. Okay, cool. We're chilling. Always going to get rid of water first because we could star portal those. And now that I have an extra one, we can attach. I'm going to assume the Manaphy goes down. Again, I'm pretty sure this is our Miraidon opponent, so I'm pretty sure Manaphy should theoretically go down regardless. So I'm okay with, okay. Our hand's dead, so we like can't give up Ninja, unfortunately. But like, if we get rid of our only Gimme Ghoul, it could be problematic, but we could set more up. It's fine, because like I said, Palkia trades 2 for 2, so as long as Palkia trades us 2 for 2, we're fine. Losing it there. Ooh. Alright, so our opponent lost a Forest Seal Stone. I think they only play 1 for the list, so like that's kind of good for us. And our opponent might even miss like the KO here. Like now they need Generator, Raikou to have the lowest like maintenance attacker, yeah. They probably don't though. Like why would yeah, I was gonna. Ooh. Does our opponent have hands set up here? Because that'd be crazy. Do you have another gen? Another gen, it's like over. Oh, I forgot they still had Squawk. Uh-oh. But it's fine. Because as long as their bench is full and we get another bench down, that's 100, 160, 180, 200, 24. Yeah. As long as we get a bench down and we find this evolution, like we're fine. Yeah, Live's just not liking me today with the hands, y'all. They're just like, they just don't want to give me anything for some reason, like that. Let's see what we ninja into though. Okay, like that's cool, I guess. So we're gonna get hands tier and lose 2. Like, I guess I'll Silene. See if we get the gimme back. Okay, at least we get the gimme. Like, that's cool. We're guaranteed a Gimme Ghoul now. Man, this is like pretty bad though. Because we're gonna get Amp tier for 2, go down to 3. They're gonna go down to 3. Hopefully, we draw into something that we can respond with. Well, never mind. Our opponent's just gonna boss and KO our Palkia. Sick. So we're at 2. Yeah, just not like hands are just not liking me today for some reason. Just all my draws have not been it. I'll move this. I'll just burn that. I don't even want to burn the Pal Pad, but at this point, like, I just need to draw other things. Size just for 3. Is it like too little, too late? Probably. They rescue boarded it. That's so unfortunate for us. I just don't want to get hands again. I have to like try to dodge getting hands here. I mean, our opponent definitely has an energy to retreat, so I was gonna prime catcher and just hit. Literally me last night, bro, could not win. It was wild. Yeah, dude. Right now, for some reason, the game is just not liking the decks I'm picking. It's just not giving me hands. Like for Zard, it's just not giving me hands for anything. So I'm just gonna like play something way out of the ordinary. Alright, sorry y'all. This might not be... Do I do it? Do I just play Lax on ladder? Nah. We're dangoing one more time, y'all. One more time. Gotta give my boy one more shot. Yeah, so I feel like sometimes on live, I have days where, like, I just can't lose, and I'm just hitting, like, everything I need at an unrealistic, like, rate. Like, I hit unrealistic one-ofs, unrealistic perfect 3-card combos, and some days I have that, and it's just, like, unreal, and I'm like, that doesn't happen, I shouldn't be winning these games. And then there's days like today, where it's like, I just get hands that might be semi-unplayable, or I don't draw into, like, things I need, and, like, my hands are just awful. So I feel like, I don't know if I'm biased, or if, like, that's just live sometimes, you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't lose a ton of games. Obviously, I rank into Arc tier all the time. Even, like, before the change. I could, like, pretty easily get into Arc tier without an issue. So it's like, I don't know what's happening with these hands today. Like, this is fine, I guess. This hand's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. And then our opponent flips the Lax right now. Oh, they don't, thank God. So, I'm not going to Poffin first, in case I can draw into more Pokemon. I'm going to conceal the cards first. Because I do want to try and find Pokemon. We didn't find Gimmies, but it's fine. And then we'll always set up Bib later in the game. Do we have Prime Catcher, and how many retrieval cards? For their Catcher. There's that one. The Rod's here. 4, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. All the energies. One Vessel. Okay, and the Silene, and then Paul. Okay. Alright, cool. We're chilling. So we don't have a Dango, we don't have a Gimme. We're chilling. No big deal. Kind of want to threaten this, like, right away, but... Yeah. It's fine. It didn't matter which one I attached. It's just... I kind of want to threaten turn 2 Moonlight Shuriken, which we have guaranteed, because we have Irida for V-Star. Concealed cards, this will go in the discard pile, so... We have the energy for sure. And even our opponent does bench Manaphy. We don't need to aggressively Moonlight Shuriken this turn. We can wait till, like, later in the game till we, like, Cypher into, like, Clone, Prime Catcher. It's like, it's really not that hard. And what is our opponent playing? What? Okay. Let's see what this is. Play the Lax. Antonio, I could play a game of the Lax low-key. Maybe I will, actually. Monday we're winning match, you should have been playing Luke. Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. 8 games with no cold face starts, Dre. It's like, I feel like Live be doing that sometimes, though. Like, on purpose. I don't know why. I just feel like they do. Okay, so that didn't help us too much. Could just do this, too. It's like... Could just knock out Manaphy, right? Like, yeah, that's fine. I think we could just, like, knock out Manaphy, but I feel that's so overzealous for no reason right now. There's, like, no reason to do that. Wait, how many waters are in there? 3? Okay, as long as there's 3 water. I'm, like, fine just knocking out Jirachi. It's fine. What we're gonna do, though, is, like, keep the threat of Ninja open so our opponent, like, sees it. So, like this. and force them to, like, kind of deal with it, because we are eventually going to draw into the pieces we need to, like, Prime Catcher, clone. All we need is a Cypher. Like, Cypher's fine. Amanda. Hey, babe, you said the dog? You want to see him? I'll show you a little Pumbaa, watch. He's sleeping, but the stream's got to see him, you're right. Pumbaa, baby. Hi. Sorry, little man. Here. Alright, everyone. I'm going to grace you with the man one more time. This is little baby Pumbaa. He's sleeping right now, so he probably doesn't want to be awake, but he could at least smooch the screen for everyone. Little Pumbaa. Alright, you go back to bed, little man. Sorry, buddy. They wanted to see you real quick. Alright, back to our scheduled, semi-scheduled program. You're gonna hop to late night? Alright, cool, PJ, yeah. I'm gonna hop off after this game. How did I lose my energy? Did I just, like, crushing hammered? Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's fine too, PJ. I'm hopping off after this game anyway. Just wanted to get a dango. And, so see, I have Irida for sure. I could, like, Prime Catcher for one thing. We could get the clone. I could attach. Okay. So let's thin the deck first. So I know the bib's there. I know our Pal Pad's there. We'll Pokestop last. I need that energy to attach for turn. Our opponent, like, they're playing a Disruption deck, so it's okay to lose a Superior here. Actually, I'll lose the Retrieval instead. And the boss that I could Pal Pad later. We need one Dango. As long as I could get into, like... Oh, they put the water energy here. That's annoying. Okay, so... If we could hit, like, Clone or Prime Catcher off one of these... Or even off the stop, we could Irida for the other one. And then we have Canceling Clone. We'll get rid of their whole, like, thing here. Come on, Pokestop. Wow, neither. That's crazy. So I want to, like, save that Irida, but, like, this is so unfortunate. That's fine, though. Taking a KO here is, like, okay. That's fine. We're still threatening, like, Prime Catcher Clone. This thing is 90 HP. Mr. Vis, we could, like, kind of smack them all around. So, this game's kind of cool. True, PJ. And I do want them to see some top cut coming in, so... I just figured I'd stay on a little later than scheduled time, because I started a little later, because of all those technical difficulties. And Zard was getting cooked, because the amount of hands, I was like... Charmander pass, Pidgey pass. Was like crazy. So I was like, alright. I'm going to switch over to Dango, have like one little fun game at least. You feel me? Alright. Let's see what we can do. Ooh, Alakazam. This deck's like kind of interesting. This Pokemon has full HP, knocked out by damage from it. Okay. So, like... That's so crazy. Uh-oh. We're gonna get spread on, but it's fine. If we, like, clone and go 90-90, like, we're chilling. So it's like... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... I could thin my deck of energy, but then that reshuffles all the things that already weren't clone and weren't Prime Catcher. But it's fine, because we didn't shuffle anything back in. Yeah, this actually doesn't matter. I just really want to get the Clone Prime Catcher play off, guys. That's why I've been, like, so zoned in on making, like, this play happen. I, like, really just want to get this play off. That's not it. Dango. That's not it. But, this is cool. Coin bonus. Bro, Cypher. Thank you. And then we can just hit it off a Pokestop. Cool. So we got the playoff. It's cool. Ooh, I wonder what we're getting off Pokestop. No way. Canceling Clone and Prime Catcher. How crazy. The exact 2 cards I was looking for. Whoa. So we're probably going to KO this. When you play this to evolve. So this is already kind of like dead, right? There's no, like, they're not going to scoop it up and stuff. So it's like, I should theoretically just kill the other Mischievous. Or do I, like, threaten Ninja again? No, because they have the thing that moves energy. Yeah, that's fine, actually. Do this. And we're going to KO this and this. Like you and you. Alright, cool. Now I think we're chilling. Cool. I just need a Dango to win the game, yo. After Zard was getting, like, cooked up for me like that. I had to. I had at least win one. One Dango game, that's all. Proto League, let's go. Did it hit the bench? Yeah. I was like, I'm going to. Just, like, leave the man if he's stuck there. This is kind of just stuck. It doesn't do anything. The Magical Flick was, like... I think they just evolve and move the energy. Like, it's a one-time disruption thing. I'm pretty sure as right now they can't scoop it. Oh, no. Totally forgot about that. Whoops. GG's. They could, like, counter catcher and just cook me. Where's my Silene? I don't think we... Oh, we didn't. We didn't. Okay, we have Palpad, we have Silene. We're good, we're good. We can get Prime Catcher back. We're good, we're good. Oh, no. What have I done? I, like, stuck myself up here with this. That's fine. We have Silene. It's all good. We're going to draw Silene. It's not a big deal. We're going to get Prime Catcher back. We're going to smack this Mischievous and be chilling. Oh, but they could spoons around us, right? And, like, yeah, just start killing stuff off. That's like... Alright, so that Greninja's getting KO'd. This Gimmighoul is going to get KO'd too, low-key. Where are my other Dangos, yo? And hammers are... It's fine. That's why I kept the rod. We still have our superiors. We're chilling. We lost one superior, one retrieval, so we have the rest. Off the Palkia. Fine. Neat. But this is, like, kind of annoying now, because when I attach 2 to Bib to retreat, I don't have, like, an attacker set up behind it. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, the hammers are so annoying right now. They only use 2. It was, like, the hammer hit, and then the move with this Mismagius that was, like, annoying. But they don't attack this turn, so... Anything? No? Nothing? At all? Opponent? Hello? Okay. We seem to be at a standstill. We're at a standoff with our opponent. Cool. Right, so... I know Silene's in the deck. Right? Let's try to draw into it. We have Silene and we have Palpad. Let's try and hit Silene. Alright, Silene. Where you at? Not there. Where you at? Not there. How about off this Greninja? Not there. It's probably not going to be here this turn. And we have no way to draw into, like... Okay, so it's cool. Let's go here. Pass. Alright, so we're 2 attacks away from winning the game. We have more than enough resources. Like, yeah. There's more than enough resources. We're good. We're chilling. Okay, our opponent Ionos us. That's fine, because we probably get Iono and Silene now, right? There's 7 cards in the deck. We should be able to see all 7. Irida. Top deck for turn. That's 3 of the 7. Then we have Bib, and then, yeah. So we're going to see Silene for sure. So we're going to get out of the active, but now we don't have an attacker. But Irida gets us Superior. Superior is enough energy in there to take KO on something. Where do we take our KO? Okay, cool. That puts energy in the discard pile. We need that. Irida Superior. Prime Catcher. Attach for turn. I think I want to take a KO with Palkia, actually. And, like, save the bigger resources later. To take a big KO with, like, Dango when I need to. Hammer here. It's 3 heads with the hammers. Cool. Take it off the Palkia. Oh, or the Bib. So we're just going to keep the big Bib stuck up there. But that's fine. We have Silene Palpad. We put Prime Catcher on top of the deck. That means we have to draw into a Superior or a Retrieval. Which we should. I don't want to shuffle the deck yet. Because I know Silene and Palpad are towards top. There's Superior. I should have done this first for 2. That was a little bit of a misplay. Whoops. Are we really not going to hit the Silene here, bro? We actually didn't hit the Silene. That's crazy. Okay. Silene. Thank you. But now we have no way to draw it besides Pokestop, which is fine. We need a heads. There we go. Cool. 2 heads. Even better. So we will go with Prime Catcher so we can get up out of here. Honestly, like the regular Retrieval too, or do I want it to? That's fine actually. Yeah, this is fine. So I don't want to burn like everything. This is gonna be like their only attacker. This is gonna move damage around and be annoying. So we'll actually do this so we don't get annoyed anymore. Actually, we'll take out their attackers. It's fine. No Retrieval. Grab this in the water. Alright, cool. Now we just need 1 attack. We know our opponent has Prime Catcher in hand, so they're probably going to try to stall Bib out again. So I want to make sure we put Silene back in the deck. That's honestly just Silene. Yeah, just Silene. Better chance of drawing into it. We know we're going to get Prime Catcher stalled. Nothing we can do, unfortunately. We're just kind of stuck there. But it's cool. Silene's back in deck. We have 10 cards. We'll top deck for turn. So guaranteed next turn we can see 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in our deck. So we have like a plus top deck. So 44% chance of hitting Silene. Actually, no, because then we need 1 for draw. Oh, no, we do. Then we have Pokestop if we put Prime Catcher. So yeah, 44% chance of hitting Silene. It's pretty much a coin toss, 50-50. Should be able to close out the game the next turn. Mike Morton. Yo, Mike. What's good, dog? I hope you snapped with me. I hope I just didn't do that by myself. Mark, Dango. It is Dango. Yeah, I told you like a Prime Catcher Bib. Or a... Little dog. Or Dango is, okay. Why would they intentionally put, like, Dango active? Chilinski. It was my... They're going to switch over to streaming the late night after this. This is like my last game. I was like, I have to close it out with Dango sauce at least. Before they switch over to late night. And then it'll be top cut of late night too. So there's going to be awesome gameplay. That if you guys still want to watch more Pokemon. And a little bit more meaningful Pokemon than just playing and hanging out with me on the ladder. Even though I do appreciate all y'all for tuning in. Definitely stick around for the late night and for top cut. I'm going to watch some of it myself too. Like I said, Amanda and I are going to watch some crime docs also, because... Okay, now you're going to strand the Bib. Yeah, it's fine. I have 44% chance hitting the Silene. I know you have a Vengeful Punch. Doesn't matter. You're not going to knock out everything. We need 1 KO. Well, Silene, we just need 1 heads. We get Prime Catcher back. If we miss it, we just attach manually retreat. They should be out of hammers. I mean, they have 1 more hammer. It's fine. It's fine. I don't think we lose this game. Probably. Good to see you too, Suzanne. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you a ton. And hopefully we come out and see you in Rockford. You've been using Rev Room lately? Feels good to you? Yeah, the Rev Room's cool. My issue with it is, like, sometimes in the late game, the energy I have in hand is like usually one I need to attach or one I need to extend and reach for like a big KO. So like I don't like using it to draw up to 6. Bib is like kind of the same thing. I draw up to 5, but I don't need to discard my energy. Again, sometimes I need that energy. So it's like... But not that I dislike the Rev of Room. It is cool. I like it. Just for me personally, I like the Bib. Familiar. Top tier content we need doesn't give it A. I agree. When you're making it rain with Dango against... I don't even know what to call this deck. Miss Magius Control, I guess. Or Miss Magius Spread. I don't know. Which is like funny. Our opponent's like... in Arc tier, playing Miss Magius Spread, our opponent must be them, low-key. Alright, cool. So we know the Cypher's in deck. Or, I'm sorry. The Silene's in deck. 44% chance to hit it. Let's see if we get there. There's nothing to thin out of the deck, or I would. Okay. Looks like we're probably not going to get it. Sick. But we can manually attach 2 retreat. Let me just make sure I have enough metals to attach with Dango. Yeah, we do. We're chilling. Alright, cool. Probably would make sense now to just guarantee it on top of the deck. And then retrieval to make sure we have enough energy to swing. And we're chilling. So, cool. Ooh, yeah, Peach just shared a link for late night. So you guys got to definitely watch it there. And we're going to move over to there. This game's almost over. PJ, I don't know why my opponent is playing so much slower than they were in the beginning. Sorry. But it's just a 1-1 bib line. It is just a 1-1 bib line. I had a hard time fitting in any more. Like, I didn't feel comfortable cutting any of the other things in here. Like, I really like 2-2 Palkia. It kind of guarantees Star Portal every game. It kind of guarantees Greninja every game. It guarantees early pressure with a low-maintenance attacker since it can power itself up. And, like, Bib is kind of cool just throughout the game in general. Like, especially after you're superior, if you have to, like, play your hand down and then discard 6-7 energy, and you have, like, 1 card in hand. Bib's, like, really cool to refill your hand up. Bib has some pretty cool synergy, too, with, like, Cypher Maniac's code breaking. Okay, so that's fine. I guess we're just gonna win without Silene. Just gonna attach retreat. I don't know, like, if our opponent DC'd or something, but... Or was just playing the timer for some reason. Either way, yes. Dango got there. That's how we're going to end the stream. On Dango. Yes, thank goodness. Dango was saucing up some Magius Control, y'all. But yeah, definitely tune in to, like, if you guys want to watch more Pokemon, definitely tune in over to the late night. It's top cut, too, so it's going to be some pretty good games being streamed. You could probably see more meta-relevant decks than whatever that matchup was. In Arc tier, there's a Magius, I guess, and a Dango. He's probably saying the same thing about me, but yeah, so definitely tune over there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. Truly do appreciate you on my first stream for the Shuffle Squad's YouTube channel. I'll be back here again next Wednesday. We'll go over some more decks. We'll go over some more fun stuff. And then we will be on the scheduled time because now I have my OBS set up instead of Streamlabs, or the stream key will work. So everything will be good. And Lex, yeah, Antonio, unfortunately have to wait until then. But yeah, maybe that's something that'll pop up next week. Good night. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Seriously, truly appreciate all y'all. And I'll catch you guys next time. Good night, wherever you are. Or good morning, if it's good morning. But thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate all y'all. Love y'all. Peace.